When a boy tells you he loves you, it will be the first time you hear this. You're filled with an overwhelming feeling of nostalgia. Bodney speaks to those who have loved and lost, anyone who is willing to listen to him speak about love, heartbreak, grief, and understanding. He reminds you of that first person that ever made you feel special. The one who showed you that the world really does become rose-colored when you're in love. The one who you thought would last forever because they had no predecessor, so naturally there mustn't be a successor to the love that you gave. When a boy tells you he loves you, it will be the first time you hear this, and of course, you will smile because he sounds like he means it. Those are the key words, aren't they? Bodney forces you to remember that he sounds like he means it, and so you believe them. Because how could a statement so bold and ambitious be a lie? How could those eyes see you? How could those arms hold you and yet still let words so impactful slip through those lips knowing that they are lies? Those lips. He'll remember the time you told him you felt safe in his mouth, and he will never grow hungry, just distant. Now this is powerful. Pathos, if you will. Memories of how your lover once said your name and how it seemed to fit so perfectly between the crevice of their lips. And so you felt safe there. And even though you created a nest for yourself in that space, even though you were still there, loving that person, they grew distant. Bodney reminds us of the pain, the confusion, and the sadness of rejections that creates knots in our throats, like the wounds were still fresh, still there. And who knows, they might be. When a boy tells you he loves you, only to become silent like a folded sheet of tissue paper. I didn't understand this at first, but tissue papers, folded tissue papers, often go unused and forgotten somewhere in your purse. And with that, Bodney calls on pathos again as he seemingly pours salt in our wounds. He never meant a single word of any of it. He is just a boy, remember? In a way, Bodney attacks the manhood, or rather, the maturity of someone who says I love you as an empty phrase. And while we may not, or we may still love that person, he reminds us that we haven't forgotten them, and we probably never will forget them. And so he finishes his poem with remember.